So the ability to understand, process, and extract value from data is a very crucial skill in the modern world. And it is told that data skills is not a necessity any. It is not a necessity. It is you have to do it to survive in this world, right? And today we are going to talk about how we are going to craft a resume that really stands out. About me, I'm Arshad, Muhammad Arshad. I am 17 plus years in the data science world. I have a corporate experience as well as I started my new startup, the Decoding Data Science, in which I am helping empowering individuals and businesses with the data skills. Right. And now what we are going to cover, it is going to be quickly about two parts. One is the resume part and the LinkedIn part, right? LinkedIn is a small part I'm going to cover in this. Later, I'll have more sessions in details about LinkedIn. But the main thing about resumes is these are the agenda that we are going to cover, right, from start till end. So to give a brief why this is really important is I see more than in my career, I have seen more than 5,000, 6,000 resumes, right? Daily on a daily basis, I used to see for one role, when I used to hire, I used to see around 100 resumes. And the time span that I used to give and before doing this course and before doing whatever I am doing, I also talk with lot of industry leaders and hiring managers, right? And the average time that a person spends on a resume is less than 5 6 seconds, right? So that is the average, so you need to catch their attention. And that is why most of the resumes, to be honest, are that I have seen also is not of a good quality. And that is why I am trying to give this knowledge, because most of you who are here are for that reason, right? So the your resumes has to stand out, right? What are the good, these are the general practices to create a good resume, but can go very specific to every individual's industry and experience, right? But these are the main basic agendas that you have to have. You have to gather all the information before you start making your resume. You have to write a very good summary statement. You need to highlight your experience, proofreading, and final touch and formatting. So these are the main five things that are there. Right. And as I told you, why the resume is important, you all know that, right? It is a very one of the most, it is a picture. It is basically a ticket for you to enter anywhere, right? And if that picture and if that is not well enough, you will not even get an entry to the seat, to the interviewer seat or to the hiring processes. So it is a front end for you to enter anywhere. That is very important. So gathering information, as I told you, before you start. So I know I tell people, everyone, but many of you don't practice it. Many of my mentees also don't practice it. Is you need to have a tailor-made resume for every job that you are applying to. This is a very hard reality, right? But this is the truth. Nowadays, people are applying job with the same general resume to all the profiles that are there, right? All the industries that are there. It I'm sure that you, for freshers, it is not that relevant for freshers, but you need to at least see the profile that they are applying for and use those keywords accordingly, right? So this is one thing that I tell: gather all your information. It is a hard work, right? So when I was also in my early years, when I moved from Hewlett Packard to Absolute Data and Dell, right? So when I was switching a job, then I was applying for jobs. For every job description, I used to have a separate resume for every job that I'm applying, for every job description that I'm applying. How I used to do it, I used to, because the keywords that are there in the job description, I used to put more of that in my resume. If like suppose for example, if that I know Tableau, I know Power BI, I know both the tools, but in that resume they are asking for a Power BI expert, so I will remove the Tableau and I will add more of Power BI. So this is just one simple example, but there are millions of examples according to the situation, but you need to do the hard work, right? So this is one thing that is there: your education, work experience, skills, projects that you are doing. So many people, like many of my mentees, even who are doing interns, right, they have 5 6 projects that are there. They ask me which project should I put. I say do mix and match according to the role. Suppose you're applying to a retail industry job, right? And you have done a retail project, put that. Similarly, supply chain, if you are applying for a supply chain project, put a supply chain project. Don't focus more on the retail project, right? That is the thing that is there. So numbers is very important. Why I tell numbers is, one quick example will be like this, right? Show numbers in your resume. Like, this is my resume. This is an experienced resume, but you take the idea from that. Like, whatever number you can get, try to put it. Like, I had done an uplift of sales of 15 million in the last quarter, right? So this number is very important for your project. It can be in number, it can be in percentage, like increased revenue by 12 million quarter on quarter. This was for Best Buy when I was in Accenture Consulting, right? Try to get a number, because numbers are really move. Even if it is a small internship, small thing that you are doing, try to justify your thing by a number. 50% of the recruiter's time was saved. 50%. So you have to now do some assumption and try to get a number for any of your projects, right? This is very important, right? Next is your summary statement is very, very important after you gather all the information. So first, what you have to do before you even start writing your resume, get all the information, and then you start with a summary, right? Summary will be your this statement, and this will also change according to your job description, right? So try to put something that is like the role that is there, right? Whatever role they are hiring for, you can put, if you have experience, put your experience as, because that is a thing that is going to trigger them. Even if you don't have that position in your even in the pay slip, right? But just tell 11 years, if they are hiring for BI analyst, right? 11 10 years or 2 years experience as a business BI analyst, 2 years experience as a data analyst, 2 years experience as a data engineer. So I could just try to put that same uh, type of job description that they're asking for in your uh, resume, right? In your CV resume. So that is there. So CV and resume, I'm using two words. So to be honest, for data science roles, and I have a lot of experience. So for me, to be honest, it is I have 17 years of experience. So for me, it is not very tough to put it in one page, but not more than 2 pages, right? So right now I have 3 pages because I have done a lot of projects and lot of work. So I am putting in 3 pages. But for the people who are new in the industry, if they are freshers, I try to put it in one page. If you have little experience, not more than 2 pages, because there is a mix. So to be honest, one page is the first page, the first part that is there for your resume should attract the person so much that he sees the details, right? So that is, the first page should be very attractive with all your important skills, and try to put little details in the second half of your first page and the second page, and your education in the last. My case, if you will ask, that you have three, because I have worked in 6+ companies and 17 years of experience, right? So for me, it becomes very tough. And I have worked in across industries, across everything. So for me to put it here, and this resume that I'm showing you right now is a general resume that I have. But suppose if I am applying right now, I'm not applying, but before, when I was applying for a specific job, right? Like, suppose if I was applying for a retail analytics job, so I will remove my this experience that is there, this HP experience, my Dell experience. I will remove it, or I will reduce it, and I will put more of that. Right. So these are the things that you need to put. Summary statement, as I told you, is very important, and it should be very much tailored to your the job. So everywhere you see, it is tailored, right? So I will just make it full screen. That is one thing that I will again reiterate. If you are serious about your job hunt, and if you are in the stage, right? So just to go back, before I come to this stage, most of you are joining me for the first time. I have taken a lot of webinars. So the last webinar I took 10 days back. So this is a path that is there, right? So interviews is and I'm sure this is the last part of your journey. You have to be good in all the other things for a data science job. Then only you come to this stage, right? To a resume and a profile building stage. So I assume that all of you have taken care of the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth stage. You have a very good project under you. You have a good knowledge. You are confident of what you are presenting. So that is, I am assuming you all have to have that to even start thinking of making a good resume, right? That is the thing, that is, after having all this is the last step of your journey, and it is the most important part. So these things are there. These things are your building block till your project. But what you are showing in your resume is going to give you the entry to the door, right? Entry to the door is very important, right? As I was telling you, out of 200 resumes that I see, I only select 4 or 5 resumes, right? And you have to get that uh, cut. You have to get your the attention of the jobs, the interviewer, the who people who are hiring very fast in within less than 6 or 7 seconds. So this is very important that you need to be focused with the job description that is out there and how your resume is. It should be very much matching, right? So you all know that there is an ATS system that is there, an application tracking system where your resume goes in. So suppose the job description has around 12 keywords, 12 skills that are there, and your resume has all the 12 skills in that. So what do you think the algorithm will do? It is going to put your resume on the top, right? So you will, first of all, you will pass the ATS system. You will get a score of very good score, and that person who interviewer will give some time, will see your resume, and your chances of getting called will be higher, right? So that is the thing that is there. Now one thing that is very important is your experience. So many of the freshers, many of the mentees tell me, sir, I don't have experience, what can I do? You have to put in internships, right? You have to show your projects, your capstone project that I told you earlier. this is your this is your experience, the capstone project. Without a project, without showing your experience, no one is going to take you seriously. You have to show, like suppose that we are hiring for a data analyst. You have to prove that you have done something in data analysts. You know, Excel, Power BI, or any tool, any BI tool we are hiring for, SQL, Python, stats, basics, maths and stats, basic project understanding. You have to show that in your resume. Without that, there is no point. No one is going to hire you and give you training, right? No one is going to hire you and teach you the different skills and different things that you need to do in a project. You have to have that knowledge, and you have to show that skill in your this thing. So highlight your experience. For freshers, it is a project or your internships. There are a lot of free internships available. Omdena, AI for Good. Get into some internship, put that in your resume. Do those things and your experience, right? Many people tell me that, sir, I was not working in the analytics or data science space. I had a previous different experience. So try to add little bit of data or analytics element in that experience. Like suppose you were doing some manual data entry or data tracking work. Just try to write it in such a way that you were doing some data exploration, data analysis, you were using Excel, Power BI. Try to change your previous experience that you were doing, even if it is not into the analytics space, but give it a flavor of analytics. Put in your learnings that you have done through the courses that you are doing, and try to showcase that in your work. It may be at least you are using 20% of data analytics in your work. The other 80% will be maybe some other support work or programming work, but at least the 20% to 30% you should show in your resume that you are a data analyst, and you are you have that domain knowledge, right? And you have that willing to learn, showing your previous experience, because experience is very very important, right? Formatting, now for formatting, I suggest, as I told you, one page. So this is my resume. So for all my mentees, I help them, giving them a format according to their experience. So for my resume that I'm showing you is a little bit on the higher side, but the basic format is little bit similar like this, right? This format that I show. So I have a template. I give all my mentees a template, right? This is in a PDF, but a template is there where you can, it is very easy for people to just fill in according to this particular form. And this is very scientific, right? Many people you see, they make two column and all that, graphics and all will not work. People have a habit, and as a human being, you to read from left to right in a single line, right? So this is a very clean resume, and this is what sells. I, to be honest, I have talked to many of my industry friends. They also don't like the two column one, right? Two column resumes is too much information in a, it is that is compacted in one page. So but it is now up to you. I am no, but I follow, and I tell all my mentees to follow single column format. put whatever information that you have in this particular type of format, show up your skills in the initial, right? And these skills that you see, right, should be coming from your job description. And it is tailor made for everything that I'm telling you changes with the type of resume you are, type of job JD you're applying to. Suppose you only say there are, I have put here 12, right? I told you the number 12, right? 12 is a 12 skills, and some have multiple skills, but it is okay. These are the soft skills, but these major skills that are there, you, if you are, I have done everything, so I'm putting all this, but according to you, you can also put around minimum of this 2 lines, that is 6 skills, and try to put it according to the job description that is there, and you will be surely the ATS will capture you. Correct. This is the thing about formatting. Then we have something about proofreading. This is very important to make sure that there is no grammatical mistakes. Use grammarly. Use, to be honest, some of the resumes I saw with spelling mistakes. Right. If even if the if the guy is very good, if the guy is very good, but he has made a spelling or grammar mistake, gone. He will not be called. So take some professional help. Make sure that you are your the way you are expressing the grammar, the tenses, and all those are correct. Because these things, if you in the data analyst space, right, communication is very important. You know, whatever we are doing, you have to communicate well. And if your resume is having something error like that, right, it is going to put off the chances of you to get hired is going to reduce a lot. Because I have seen, at least to be honest, 10% of the resumes I see, they have some grammatical or spelling mistakes. And that is just immediately, even if he is skilled, even if he feel is good, he is rejected. Because this is, I and the industry leaders tell that this is your first delivery, your resume. And if you can't do your first delivery properly, that is your resume, what will you do for the company? Correct. So that is very important. So now coming to your LinkedIn. So I will talk about LinkedIn in my next webinar, because it's already 25 minutes. But I will quickly tell you the importance of LinkedIn. Uh, Resume, I told you in details, these things are very important. LinkedIn is also very important. If they like your profile, right? If they like their profile. So what happens? Two things happen in a company setup, right? In a startup or in a small company, what happens that I will see, the hiring manager will see your resume, right? So if I like your resume, if I like this person, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to one more thing before I tell about that, you need to link the both of them, right? Resume and your LinkedIn profile. That is one thing I missed to tell you guys, that comes under your experience part as well, right? Summary statement, this experience part, you have to link your LinkedIn and your GitHub profile, where you are showing your projects on your this thing, right? I don't have a GitHub here, but on my LinkedIn I have all the details of my GitHub. So you, if you are a you have a lot of projects on GitHub and you are starting out in the industry, you can also put your LinkedIn link and your GitHub link. For me, it is there on my LinkedIn link. Like suppose when I, most of you have seen my LinkedIn, right? So a as you know, most of the resumes that are there are seen online, right? No one now takes a printout and sees your resume. That is that is very rare cases. People will see your resume online. So the first thing you saw in my resume, I clicked it and my LinkedIn opened, right? And then they will see your LinkedIn profile, right? And the type of content that you are putting, to see how you are. They will see your testimonials. They will see your uh, endorsements. They will see that this person is he what he says, right? So that is why now I'm just this ending the session. I will take some questions. That LinkedIn is very very important. I- Resume is your starting point into the door, but the second thing, you have to link your LinkedIn like this, and then my GitHub is here. But if you want to showcase your GitHub more, because for me LinkedIn is my brand, right? Most of you talking to me and coming in this session is coming through LinkedIn. So all my leads, all my business, everything happens through LinkedIn. And companies even who are even coming to me for partnerships, for collaborations, are coming through LinkedIn. So LinkedIn is very important. Take it as a journey. Even if you are starting your career, start making a good profile. Start putting and thinking about growing on LinkedIn as well. It is a very tough process, but you need to start. So those are the things that are there. Now coming to LinkedIn, how to grow on LinkedIn, I will talk in details about that, but I just wanted to show you the importance of LinkedIn. Right, these are there are a lot of things that you do on LinkedIn. I All my mentees, right, that who come to me, first of all, I help them in making their foundations very strong, doing a very good project. After that, when they are okay, when they are confident, start building their profiles online as well as their resumes, right? Because resume will take less time, right? Resume will take a 2 3 days to make, but an online profile like LinkedIn takes time to build, right? You have to fix your profile. So shortly I will just tell you, you have to fix your profile, right? You have to fix your professional cover photo, your the shot that is there, headshot, your description, whatever experience that you're putting on your resume, you should put it here as well, with the proper company name, your the experience that you have, what all you have done, the keywords that are there. So you have to put that, and it takes some time for LinkedIn to also get your algorithm to save you as an algorithm, because there is indexing that happens. This I tell, right? Suppose you create a LinkedIn today with these keywords. When you search for a data scientist in Dubai, if it is a new account, it will not come in the search engine fast. It is just like Google crawling and Google index. If you're if I talk about technical, because I spend a lot of time in LinkedIn growth for my clients and for students, right? How they can become strong on LinkedIn. So it is the algorithm. You have to keep uh, doing it on a slow basis. So that's why I start immediately. Whoever joins in, that you start on LinkedIn and start posting about your learnings, right? Start posting about what you are learning, what is the thing that about Python that is integrating you. You want to share your knowledge, like so those things I keep encouraging them. And I'm also telling you guys also who are there on the call, try to put your learning on LinkedIn, try to grow on LinkedIn, right? Stay in touch with me, and the I will talk in more in, because this will take more of 25 minutes, and I want to, because a lot of you are live here, if I can take questions, that will be better. But LinkedIn, these are the things that you have to do: profile, connections, you have to have engaging content, you have to get into networking events. There are a lot of online meetups that are there. Talk to more people, add more people in your industry. How you add, that is very important. Grow your network, keep adding relevant people with a proper note, and keep doing all those things, right? So these things that I will talk more in the next webinar, because it is a very detailed topic. It is, to be honest, LinkedIn uh, is a very detailed topic, but this is the gist of it, right? So now what I will do is I will just tell you few things about, because you guys are here, about the profile thing, right? As you can take a reference from my profile itself. So this thing, just focus on this part for today. This first box that is there, fix your first box for today. If the takeaway that I can give you, get a proper headshot, get a proper background. You can use Canva and all those things. Tell about who are you, what are you trying to do. So I'm trying to empower individuals and businesses with data skills. So try to give a statement about who you are. Okay. And then there are few things about this thing right now. You put your location and try to also add uh, the what I have done is, you might all know that there is in LinkedIn there is a creator mode. So switch on your creator mode and talk to mention what you're talking about. Like, so most of you are data guys, I'm sure, who are interested in data. So talk right, that you talk about these things, and put a link here of your GitHub or your website, or your or where your projects are for starting. So fix this thing, and this is one of the things that you can do immediately. within a day or two, and then in the next session I'm going to talk about the other things that are there, because it will be more detailed. So now what I will do is, there are people here, I will request you to type in your questions, and before you guys go to question mode, is you first, I will just give a quick summary of what all I discussed. You need to first, most of you have to understand that you have to be confident with whatever you are doing in the data science. The basics should be very strong, that is given. You should have a good project, that is accordingly. If you are a fresher, do internships, get a project. If you don't have experience and you're getting first time into the job, try to show your experience that you have done in your job. It may be not relevant, but at least try to give a flavor. After you have the confidence, then you come to the this particular session where you do all these steps. And just one request, this steps, one request will be, and one takeaway also will be, try to, it is a hard work, right? Getting a job is not an easy work. You have to do the hard work. Every job description, take out 1 hour, tailor make your resume, and then you submit. You will see the difference. So now I'm going to the chat for questions. Please put in your questions in the chat. No, no photos. No photos. F- for customer facing roles, for those things, photos are required. You don't need to show your photo. Why? What will a photo do? Photos will not, don't, only for customer facing roles. Photos, and I don't believe in photos. To be, photos are not at all in the data domain. People don't like, and people don't prefer photos. It is a big no-no. So guys, now that chat is open, now if you have any specific questions, you can let me know. So let me just so to all my mentees, so who are part of my programs, I give them a general format. Let me just this one is yeah, this is a format. Yeah, this is a format. This is a inbuilt format that I give for them. So this is a one page. The same thing that I showed you, this is a word where you can just quickly do it. So this is one thing that is very useful, and you can do it within 1 hour. And this is the one of the resumes that really works a lot in the industry. So I have made this after talking to more than 30 to 40 people, right? And this is really helpful. And this format, and then this template is for all my mentees who are serious about their data science journey. So this is the I have made this template as well. So this is the one. So now for the questions, Manish is asking, so how many projects we should include? How okay now, okay, now I will just read the questions, guys. So see, every question, whoever are here on the call will be a learning for you, because it is the information is transferable. Like Abhanaya is asking how many projects we should include, like only no. So again, Abhanaya, if I'm pronouncing your name correct, it is according to your, uh, don't put a direct message, Abhinaya, put it in the everyone can see. So, but I will just read the question. So he is telling how many projects, right? So everyone. So regarding the projects, like if it is a, see, he is asking a very relevant, very question that I again repeated, only ML or Excel. So suppose the role is for an ML project, is for an, there is, first of all, there is nothing like ML. Okay. This is a very big myth that data science is ML, only ML. Sir, for doing an ML project, you will have to do a lot of data cleaning work, right? You have to know Excel, you have to know Tableau. So there is nothing called only, right? So you have to, according to that particular role, if that particular role for is asking for an Excel or a Tableau experience. Excel, no one asks for Excel experience. It is assume that you know Excel, right? If you know Power BI, if you know Tableau, and if you are in a you are doing a data analysis work, they assume that you know Excel. Excel interview questions are not asked, to be honest. Sometimes, if the role is heavily driven on Excel, they will ask you what is index, what is the wheel difference between VLOOKUP and index, and maybe these types of questions. But generally, they assume that you know Excel. But it is used a lot, but that is a different thing. So you, if it is a Tableau related job description, you put more of Tableau. If it is there is not if it is more of a machine data science type of roles, then you can put the complete ML project. When you put say ML project, you have to start with the business problem. You have to tell that you have got the data from this resource, you have done this processes, you have done data cleaning, you have done everything. You have to put. No one only does ML, right? So please, that is one myth that you need to focus on. So now Amit has asked, I'm working as an associate software developer. Before I was working as a journalist. No, you don't need to so non-IT experience you don't have to mention. You just have to, you can just put as in 2 lines, because if you suppose you can just put in 2 lines what were you doing, it is nowhere related to data, then you don't just put a 2 lines that you are doing this. And if you can showcase, so Amit, your case is very much customizable, very much personalized question. So request you to talk to me one on one. So just let me just share this. So most of you have come through TopMate, right? So yeah, so you can reach out to me here, because I feel you require because this is what I do for many of my clients, right? People like you who don't have, who have a very diverse experience and how to tailor it to the data world. So this one you have to get in touch. I can't give you an answer in 2 minutes. uh, but you have some experience. I'm sure you were as a journalist, you were as a software developer. So if you want to get into data, you need to really work on your resume. You need to work on your profile to show the work that you have done is can be used as a in the data, that can add data. So you can try to add a domain knowledge, but it is, I need to focus and see your case to give you a correct answer, Amit. Fayaz is asking, it is important to add a project. Yes, it is very important to add. So if it is a Fayaz, if it is a I'm client that you don't want to disclose the name, you can mention one of the retail clients in US, one of the largest pharma companies in. So you don't because LinkedIn is a social platform, so people don't want to put the client's name. So you can put, if you don't want to share the name, right? You can put one of the major clients, one of the major retail clients, one of the major pharma clients, or whatever you have done. So whatever industry that you have done, right? So you need to put that, and it is important. Yes. Why is it important? Because when, as I showed you, it is your online profile, and second, the keywords that are there when people search, you will be showing on the search results for LinkedIn. And when people see your resume, see your because profile is very important, right? Project is very important. Can we add those skills in which we are just no Fayaz? So and other guys, fix this was my, if you have seen, this is your first webinar, please go back to this my websites and see my previous webinars. You have to be good. Go to this website, go to my website here, academy. So I just quickly, guys, just to, I know most of you are new here, I'm just telling about what I'm trying to do. So this is my academy, right? I have been doing this for around 5 to 6 years. I have helped around 1,000 people, right? Now I have put it on the online system because I am doing other things as well. I'm doing business consulting. I don't have so much time to do the teaching, one-on-one teaching. But I have, that's why I have, what I have done is I have done a hybrid model. I have put all the courses online, right? These are not these courses are just for you guys to, people to go in and see, right? People to go, this is all the important things that are required for a person to get a job, right? Everything is here. Okay, like for Python, I'll just quickly show you, right? So these are the things that are there, right? Everything that is really important with the challenge, with this, the challenges, with the quizzes, everything is here. Have a look at this, right? This is, if you are good, if you know this, you're good enough. And second thing is, there is weekly one-on-one calls, not one-on-one, for the, if you want one-on-one you can do it, but for what I do for Python, I have a weekly call wherein whoever has doubts in Python, right, they can come in and I can try to help them answer the doubt. So, and it is helpful for everyone who's learning Python. Maybe that you know the answer, right? Like suppose it's a very simple thing, I don't want to, like suppose people ask, when should we use if else, when should we use while, when should we use for, right? So you may know the answer, but he's asking it and I am explaining it, you will also learn from it. So that is why I have kept it open. Some people join in 2 3 times, but it depends upon the student's seriousness, right? So that is very important way for him to learn, because theory, to be honest, these topics that are there, you can learn it very everywhere. You know the truth. So if you're serious about learning anything, you can learn it. But how to apply the knowledge, right, with on a challenge. So challenge and the solution, this is very important. How to apply what you're learning and what is relevant to your ex- to your bringing your confidence to a higher level is very important. And that is why this is very much structured. And what I have done, I have done this after doing around 6 years of teaching. And what is the most important things that are there? Most of you have seen the website, but I'm just telling you what is the model behind this, because many people don't understand. They say that they don't want online course, they want one to one, or they want to get come into group classes, right? So that is fine. If you want to come into one to one group is fine, but these are available for you, right? Because whenever you are confused of what is the difference between sample and population, you can log in and you can see this and you can understand, right? It is like a refresher, right? Before you go for an interview, right? Before you go for interview, and you have this ready with you, right? You want to revise these things, like what is boolean, what is strings, what is tuple. So this is a very quick way to for you to do it and to be confident, right? And also study materials are there and I keep updating it. And the purpose of this is to help people to do that. This, and why I have designed this, when a person asked, right, you have to be good. You have to be good. If you are telling that you have an good power, Power BI, you have to be good in it. Because if I ask you any question in Power BI and not you're not able to tell that, then that time only it is decided that to reject that particular person. So that is very important. So you these skills are very important for you. As I told you, you have to be good in these things to put in your resume. So that's why, right, you have to have the confidence. If you don't have the, first of all, if you don't have the good confidence, you will not be able to build a good project. If you are not able to go build a project, you'll not be able to put. So everything is linked. That's why I put it as a path. So first, if you feel that you are a beginner, fix that. And that's why I only focus on 5 things, right? You don't need to know even Tableau, you don't need to know Power BI. Know these 5 things is enough. If you don't know Tableau, don't apply for a Tableau job. Finish. Learn Tableau, become good, then you apply. But these are enough. And why I have selected Power BI? Because Power BI is having more demand. So in my previous webinars also I have talked, Power BI has more openings than Tableau right now and is the number one tool that is there. So I'm focusing on Power BI. SQL is used everywhere, Python is used everywhere, and statistics, as I showed you, this is the most ignored topic, my friends, right? Most ignored. Please fix your statistics and math, because this is the place where I reject most of the people. In data analyst roles, I reject most of the people who can't tell me what is the difference between mode, median, and what is standard deviation, what is probability, what is p value. These are the places where I reject, to be honest. Right now, in the last 1 year, people are not spending time in these things. They may be very good programmer, but they are, because for data science this is very important, right? Other skills can be learned. To be honest, Python you can learn within 1 month very well. Statistics, people who are not from the tech background, who are not from maths background, right? Who are from economics and all those things. For them, these things takes time. Even for me, right? After even teaching and being in this industry for 16 years, 17 years, for me also it is very tough to recall the statistical concepts. But now what I have done is, when you ask me what is p value, I will not give you I know the definition because I'm teaching it, but I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example, and I can give you an example from the project that you have done, that this is the thing, and this is what is p value. This will tell us the probability of rejecting a particular test. So you have to tell it in a such a way that you remember, it is in your brains, right? These things, because these are the most commonly asked questions you guys will experience when you're giving an interview. Even after doing all the hard work of reaching till this stage of getting an interview, if you're not able to, you will miss that opportunity. So that is why you have to prepare. It is a journey of 3 and a half to 4 months to become very good and start applying. And once you do all these steps, your call rate will be more than 50%. Okay, so any more questions? So these are the things that are there. What I am doing, this webinar series, I am trying to have it every week. Some weeks I'm really busy, but my main motive is to share these knowledge sessions. And to be honest, I am not able to answer people on LinkedIn because of the time constraint, and many questions are unanswered. That's why I have this webinar for people to join in. I know very less people join in because of the time zone and all those things, but this recording is available. And just to tell you regarding the previous webinars are here, right? So this is the Get Your First Job Data Science series. All the webinars are here. So the last one I have done is the data science job focus approach. Today I'm going to put this video about the resume. This is more today I talk more about the resume, but tomorrow next week I thought I'm going to cover it in both in one, but it was not possible because LinkedIn is a separate story. But it will be done maybe next week or next to next week. So everything is here, huh? All these are around 40 to 45 minutes webinars with different questions that I have answered. This is free for everyone to watch, and it is a good starting point. So whatever knowledge I'm giving is from my experience of 17 years and helping 1000 plus people, right? And it is relevant. Things are changing, things are very competitive, and you guys know that. uh, and you need to have a very good path, and you need to have accountability. And I think if there are no more questions, I will sign off. Can we add any other questions, guys? Whoever are there, you can. If not, I will take a move. So requests I will give you. If you want me to continue this free webinars, I will request all of you will get a testimonial link from TopMate. If you found it a little bit useful, please give it positive feedback. And if you want a very good resume template, please get in touch with me. Okay, and this, if you are serious about your this thing and you want a very good template, you can also make it yourself. But if people want a very good, this, even the fonts that are used here also is scientific, and you can take this from me after we can discuss about it. So if you get into this path that is there, so it will be shared with you as well, right? Any more? If no more questions, I request you guys to get this thing. Yeah, one person is, no one is typing in. Okay, thank you everyone. So best of luck for your journey. And people who had specific questions, they want more help, please book a session in TopMate for more focused. And if any one of you wants your resumes to be reviewed, can also go in here and quickly, because I have seen so many resumes, I will just take 10 minutes to scan your resume and give you quick inputs. So you can book this session with me. It's only 199 as well, for a few weeks, right? And I can help you there. So thank you very much and have a great day. Take care. Bye bye.